everyone. I'm going to do another video today, a bit more of a technology unboxing and review. At the moment I'm kind of just setting myself up to do some live streaming. I used to create a couple of videos back in the day when I was playing things like Heroes of New Earth and Dota and things like that. Never had any like face-to-face, but after having kids and all that sort of jazz, ready to get back into it, play a few video games. I play some Fortnite with them, play a bit of Call of Duty with the missus. I love it, I love playing games, and I wanted to start my own streaming thing. So I've gone and lashed out and gotten a Logitech StreamCam. So on my previous videos, excuse me, on my previous videos I have been using the integrated webcam that came in the Alienware M17R3, but I found that the quality was kind of laggy and it was really pixelated. It just wasn't a very nice image that it put out. I mean, nothing against Alienware or anything like that. If you look at the size of the camera, it is tiny. So I mean, hats off to them for achieving a quality that they can achieve in a very tiny little space. But I have lashed out and I've gotten this bad boy, the Logitech StreamCam. Now, I've heard good things and bad things about this webcam at the moment, and I'm not too sure why. I have been absolutely on the hunt for a webcam, and I mean like within a 200 kilometer radius of me I cannot find one. I'm a little bit impatient when it comes to getting things, so I haven't ordered one online or anything like that, but I have found a webcam. I've heard some very good things, I've heard some not so great things about this webcam, but the not so great things, I mean, don't really affect me anyway. So without further ado, I'm going to open her up and we will plug it in and get it going. This is very easy to open. So straight off the bat, we've got a free 3-month premium license to XSplit. It's a broadcasting thing similar to OBS Studios or Streamlabs OBS. I'm using Streamlabs OBS myself, but that's pretty nifty. I mean, if you get one of these, you obviously, Logitech have teamed up with XSplit and have offered a 3-month premium license. So that's cool. I'm going to have to block out my code there so no one else can use it. I'll have a bit of a look at that myself. As with most products, safety and compliance, it's very important. Pretty much just don't throw it in the bin or anything like that. I'm sure there's some very pertinent information in here, which I will read in my own time at a later date. So we've got the, obviously the monitor stand here. Clip the camera in there and then that will clip onto the monitor or wherever you wanted to mount it. There goes the box. Also got it's like a camera mounting piece, so you can click the camera into that and then screw it onto a camera mounting tripod or something like that if you wanted to have it like so. If I so wished, I could probably get it to sit in this middle of this ring light here. And we've got this bad boy, the camera itself, so a USB Type-C plug. Seems to be quite long. The cable itself, it's nice plastic. And there she is, ladies and gentlemen, the Logitech StreamCam. This is one of the down points that some other reviewers were saying, is that you can either go from like the a portrait version to like a landscape version, and people were saying like, you know, why would you want to have a portrait version? I personally think that if you wanted to change it up or whatever, that's a pretty cool thing to have. I mean, I don't see any reason why that would be bad or anything like that. So that's just my personal opinion. You guys, obviously, everyone will have their own opinions. If you were to get this camera, what I'm going to be doing now, guys, is I'll be plugging it in, downloading the software, and opening it up in Streamlabs OBS and creating a video on the computer itself. And I'll have my integrated camera in the Alienware sitting next to the image that this Logitech will portray, and that will give you guys a pretty clear indicator as to which one you believe to be better. Fingers crossed that this StreamCam is better than the one that I have in a laptop. I'm sure it will be. Alright, stay tuned guys, transferring now. Alrighty guys, so here we are. Essentially what I've done, I've plugged the Logitech StreamCam in. At the moment I'm still using the integrated webcam from my Alienware M17R3, also recording from the Nikon D850. Once you plug this camera in, it comes up and it's got to do like a software installation. I've let that do its thing. Logitech StreamCam software, that comes up, let it do its thing. You don't have to sign in, but I've signed in anyway. I've just created a little bit of an account just to get it, just unlock a few more features and things like that. Alright, so here we are. Logitech StreamCam, right here. Yeah. Alienware M17R3, Nikon D850. Now, comparison-wise, I'll just blow up the Alienware camera just so you can move this a little bit, like so, Bit of a comparison there. Alright, that is essentially the differences in the camera. Like I think I've got a lot better like lighting going on from the StreamCam. I do have a ring light over here, which is lighting me up from this way. There's a lot of darkness coming from over there at the Alienware camera. It's not really like it's not bad, to be honest. I mean, I probably could have gotten away with continuing to use the integrated webcam there. This Logitech StreamCam has quite a few features about it. I'll just go through that now. I'll shrink that back down. I don't want to be so big. So the comparison, obviously, integrated webcams a lot smaller, a lot more granulated, pixelated, things like that. Logitech StreamCam, $179. But if you want to go like all the way up to like a Nikon D850, that is a $4,500 camera. So, you know, if you're trying to do streaming and things like that, which is what I'm doing, I'm just starting out. I mean, I'm not like well renowned or anything like that yet, but I think that this camera is quite good for its price range. You can make a lot of settings, changes and whatnot in the application here. Changes exposure or the priority of it. Backlight correction. Look, I'm just going to leave backlight correction off because my backlighting's fine. It also has a built-in mic in the camera, so if you weren't going to go out and like get yourself like a Blue Yeti X or something like that, this does have a mic. We'll actually just have a quick look at that just to see what the mic sounds like. Logitech microphone. Alright, so I'll disable my Yeti X now, and we'll just run some audio through the Logitech microphone. So this is the audio coming from the Logitech StreamCam. Theoretically, depending on what it sounds like, I'm just kind of recording, and you guys can make your own assumption after you watch it. But you may or may not be able to get away with streaming with just the camera for the meantime. It's entirely up to you guys. I'll let you guys make that decision. I'll leave it on the Logitech Cam audio for now, just so you get a bit of a better idea, and I'll change it back to the Yeti X in just a moment. So you can change your image stabilization. Alright, so let's zoom in a little bit there, just so I can get my full green screen there. Autofocus, you can... Alright, autofocus is going to stay on white balance. You can change that if you want to. Blue. I mean, you probably wouldn't want to mess around too much with the white balance. I actually think I look a lot more healthier there, to be honest. Leave it at that. Image settings. Alright, so you can change your contrast, your hue, sharpness, your saturation. I'm not going to mess around with that right now. That would probably be something that you do if you had your own room or whatever, and your lighting was different or whatever. But I personally think that looks decent. Okay, I don't know. Just saying. Chroma key. So you could chroma key it as well. There you go. Not too bad. Straight off the bat. You can obviously mess around with these settings, the sharpness and whatnot of the chroma. What was that before? I had less flickering around my head. I mean, it's not too bad really if you wanted to get into the nitty-gritties of it. Okay, so you can change it. That's pretty cool too. I didn't know that. So the camera is essentially sitting like right in front of me there, but you could change it to make it look like it's facing the other way. If someone wanted to do that, they wanted to have like the things that I've got in the back over there on the other side, whatever. I'm going to leave it like that anyway, vertically. Whoa, okay. So if you wanted to be upside down for any reason, I'm not too sure why, but there you have it. Okay, text overlays, watermark. So, if you wanted to leave a Logitech watermark on there, you can. You can type your own thing into the text down there. Make it as big or as small as you want it to make it. You can hide that or whatever. Do some filters. Whoa. Black and white. Jeez. You get you get the general gist of things. You can do pretty much whatever you wanted to in there. Some transitions, you can even do some recording and whatnot in here using the mic and whatnot. Change back to the Yeti X now. So this is the audio coming back from the Yeti X. You can change your resolution. Okay, so 720p, Full HD, 360p. Alright, so it makes it a lot more granulated. Probably just leave it at the Full HD for now, to be honest. Ew. Okay. So that's the portrait mode that you can go. Except for my camera is still that way, but if I was to unclip that and clip it on that way, essentially you can go into full portrait. I'm not going to go down to 720p. We all know that just reduces its granulation. Full square. Okay. Let's go back to landscape for now. It's obviously going to change anyway. Opposites. I'm going to mess up my background. Alright, there we go. 2 bananas. Back to that. You can even change your encoder in there as well. Obviously, for those of you that were streaming or whatnot and you had a newer sort of graphics card, you want to keep it on NVIDIA NVENC. It just frees up a lot of things on your CPU. You can change your audio through here as well. You can do all that in your OBS and studios or anything as well, but there's that option there, you know, if you just wanted to create like a recording or whatever and you weren't planning on streaming with it, it essentially has everything there that you'd need, I guess. Okay, some key bindings there to start and stop things. There we go. Alright, well there you have it, guys. Not really too much more I can show you in regards to that. I essentially bought this cam to start streaming. You guys can all be the judge, and whether you think that I maybe should have left it with the integrated webcam that came from the Alienware, whether the Logitech was a good choice, or whether you should go all the way up to $4,500 and get yourself a Nikon D850. You be the judge. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. I'll get something new. Peace, guys.